Yeah, got in on Victor man over there. Got in.
I like Ezra.
Yeah. It got in.
Jesus said my father's greater than mine.
Your friend said, look at him, sell out.
Who's this? Who is this? I can't see. Oh, seller. No, tell it to yourself. I love you, bro, but the thing is, the seller part is what I don't love. I actually love you, man. Okay, the thing is that the guy just told me that the brothers in America, they get over the top because no, I don't like being on camera. I don't care if everybody knows what you're saying. I don't care. So, but anyway, let me tell you my point. Sorry. So, my point is, I just told him that. No, bro, no, really. I'm going to stop talking. Sorry. Man, I don't bullshit, man. You lost the chance, bro.
I thought he didn't mind being a camera, man. What the hell?
What? Look, brother, we have to love our own people. You understand me? Look, everybody loves their own people. What's wrong with only us? We are the only brother. 1 second. Wait, if you are broken legs, right? Let's say, for example, somebody have broken legs now, and let me finish though, brother. If you have a broken leg, right? Because our people were broken. If you're not sorry for your people, I don't know where race you come from. Because this is all you have. If we're gone, brother, if we are gone, there's nobody left for us. So we have to stand for our people first, then we can learn to help other people. But if you can't help yourself, how can you help other people? That's hypocrisy. This is why it looks as you cannot do that because everybody is not trying to help us. You can't do that. Tell Arab now to leave their situation and come and help us and see what they tell you. They're not going to agree with you. They'll say, bro, oh, okay, if you have a son, right, and you are in fire, and you caught on fire, and your son to caught on fire, who would you quench first before you help your son? You quench your own fire first, then you'll be able to have the space, the time, the energy to help your own son. So we have to help my people. I'm here for my people. Look, brother, to another people, they'll translate it as hate, then it's fine.
No, it seems like it comes across as hate a lot.
Look, fine, I don't care. Look, the truth is always hard, it's always bitter. You have to understand that first. No, a lot of people don't like the truth. It's always bitter. You understand what I mean? So, like, for example, he's saying to the guy, oh, do you know what this law going to do to us? They're going to chop our head off in the future. Wait, when I asked him the question, what did he do to our ancestors in the past? He couldn't answer that. They chopped our head off.
Yeah, but he didn't actually do it though, did he?
Wait, he didn't do it? Wait, 1 second, 1 second. He didn't do it, I agree. But what is he doing to fix the issue? Because that loophole is still there. That pain, that emotional injury is still there. So stop doing that.
You
have to love.
of the mind is.
Okay, tell me, our brothers on the street. I go on the street a lot. I see danger. I see where people are shooting each other, bro. Have we helped our own people first?
I'm seeing the streets as well. There's a lot of.
I'm more in the street more than you. Wait, but I get arrested by the police, man. You understand what I mean? So I'm more on the field now. What? Look, how many people do you see with me now? None. And we call ourselves a race. You need to start to think, bro.
Alright, let me get. Alright.
No, brother. Let me tell you something. So, because I don't want to be hypocrite. It's not that I don't love you. You're my brother. I do love you, but we have to understand that if we don't get ourselves together first, right, and come together and be one people, unite as one people, these people are going to be taking us for a ride.
I think that we should unite, but shouldn't we all unite as well?
No, unity don't work in that way because you're trying to unite those who don't want to unite with you. So can you force somebody to love you right now? No. Or can it wait? Can it wait? Bro, what did they do to us?
I know, but it doesn't make you any better though.
So if it doesn't make me any better, so if somebody pluck off your teeth right now, yeah, does it make you any better if you call police and report and they take him to court? Does it him any better? Brother, think, man. I always use that because that's how the world works. That's how the world works, brother. The world works. Look, if I enjoy this brother now, he has the right, regardless of what race, to call police and charge me. So you're gonna tell him the same thing you're telling me? He's the one going through the pain. You're knowing the pain. So they don't have right to tell us to shut up when they are the one who caused the injury. You're gonna rob a bank now.
The injury wasn't done to you, though.
Wait, the injury. Okay, the injury is that my people are still at the lowest point in life. It's not changed over 400 years ago. So tell me, why is it gonna change? What's the solution? Unity, right?
The solution is to do better and make sure our children do
You have to be specific. Dogs can do better as well by sharing their food. So you have to be specific. Do better in what way?
Do you know we've got a mixed society as well that are like not just fully black. So are those people? What are those people to you?
Look, this society, right, is now a culture, right? If you, brother, please, brother, wait. Let me get another point of view. Have you ever heard about Chinatown? Yeah, Chinatown. Do you know I lived in France? There's Chinatown in France. Yeah? There's Chinatown everywhere, bro. Where's your own African town? No unity, bro. Look, brother, no unity, man. No unity. Huh? They've used religion to destroy us. What are you talking about? They've used religion to destroy us, brother. You can walk your way, but if you don't unite, you're going to die too. Am I a religious person? No.
No, but you say things like other races.
What's going on?
I'll come back to you in a minute. Gee, we got the full guns here today.
And if you're doing that bacteria, we know it's a prokaryotic means it's a membrane.
Because you weren't here, they've started the health thing here, so they're going to film that.
Composed. It's a. Come on.
Big up Shakara.
Yes, I'm blessed.
It's not composed of organelles.
Right.
Yeah, organelles means nucleus.
Right.
Mitochondrial.
Right.
Bacteria don't have that.
Right.
Cells have.
Right.
So if anything, we will consider ourselves as eukaryotic or eukaryotes because we are made up of one bacteria which is prokaryotic and two eukaryotic which has those mitochondrials and a nucleus and other factors with it. Yeah. So that's the that's the evolution of how bacteria turn into cells and organisms.
So what I get from what you're saying is that the Earth becomes oxygen abundant with the process of photosynthesis.
Yes.
And a certain kind of bacteria needed to be present. And I'm assuming that bacteria is related to plant life. Because because obviously plants carry on the photosynthesis.
Algae, yeah.
Right.
We definitely want to deal with algae. Right. So I just want to find out what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's cool.
With that prokaryotic. Because I should have had that in my head, but.
It's an interesting one. I'm going to have to look into that one.
Yeah, we definitely.
Update to everyone. Update to coming in.
Yeah, it's a membrane bonded nucleus.
Okay.
So it ain't got the organelle. Membrane bonded organelle. Right. So that's what I was meant to say. So they ain't got the nucleus, the mitochondria and all that. That's prokaryotic.
Okay.
And that's the difference. And that's the word that I was trying to pronounce as well. That's the other bacteria that was there.
Prokaryote.
Yeah, that one at the block.
Oh, Archia.
Okay.
Now remember, this is gonna go off. When it does, make sure you go in, comment on this.
Yeah.
So all the guys can literally click in the link section, shoot your thing, and follow. Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fine,
Gonna
we've got
be
a guest
jumping
now,
in a
family.
second.
We're gonna jumping now to the scheduled thing.
I think you need to come in the centre for this one, Black Man. You need to come central, Black Man. You need to come in the centre. No, Raven, you come on the other side, innit? Yeah? Say again? Yeah, go on. I'm listening first and then I'll let them go in.
So let me introduce. So basically, me and Black Man, we've been speaking online and things, and we have a bit of disagreement on what might be best for black people collectively. But there's been a revolution or a new thought that Black Man has gone through, and he wanted to tell me that.
Black Man is evolving.
Yeah. So what is it that what changes happen in your head?
He's putting new meaning into that black in the van, man. You know what I'm saying? Go. We're saying it's more than the van that's just black right now.
We had a discussion the other day.
Yeah.
My bone of contention
Yes.
was you was doing the black betterment building thing.
Co-unity spend.
Co-unity spend.
Training black people to
Shop.
and black businesses.
Yes, right. Yes.
Quite basically.
Yes.
And I was like, why is everybody invited? And he said,
I said anyone can come along and spend their money, but we're focusing on training black people how to shop and look for black businesses. So anyone can use their money, but we are focusing on getting the black people to think, because it's the primary is a training thing, not the profit. The primary is training. That's what it is.
So you was all white people invited.
So it's not invited. What I'm saying is anyone can come along and spend their money.
We dealt with this before, you know.
Yeah.
I was here for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dealt with this.
But what?
Here's the difference. There's a difference between being welcome and being invited. Invited is the act on the part of the people who are organising whatever the thing is. So if I have a wedding, yeah, I think I gave this example before, right? All right. Now, no, seriously, right? And you're a family member, yeah. All right. Now, like, if I haven't given you an invitation, yeah, for whatever reason, let's say my family's big, yeah, and I gave an invitation to cousin so and so, but I missed that cousin so and so. It doesn't mean that cousin so and so is not welcome. They just never got the invitation. They weren't invited. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I'm just saying.
All right, hold on. Wait, one second. Now, there's another thing whereby when you're talking about like for example, yeah, I was at an event on Sunday. Yeah. Right. Saturday, sorry. Yeah, I was helping to film the event, right? And the event was the hidden science of black women's health. Yeah. So the event is aimed at black women. There were very few men in the place. They weren't unwelcome, but they weren't the target market. Does that make sense? Right? You see what I'm saying? Right? So the point is that this event was about black women focusing on black women's health. There were man them there. Some women brought their partners along. Yeah? And I prayed because I had a little bit of a leeway. I had to big up the man them that came with their woman. That's what I'm saying. Say, yo, big up the man them here, because it's important that we come and learn about our women's health. I think that's important, isn't it? So for this now, it's focusing on black people learning to spend with black businesses, because it's not a practice that we find, it's not a habit that we engaged in organically at the moment. No. So we've got to develop programs here. So we're trying to develop programs for black people to do that. Yes. This is not an issue that concerns non-black communities. Doesn't concern them. We're not stopping anybody from coming to the store, right? But this issue doesn't concern them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not an offensive thing. It's nothing to do with we don't want you to come. We're focusing on our community.
I'm just going to say one thing. Don't you think, I agree with the point of saying you want black people to spend in black businesses and used to spending in black businesses.
Good. If you agree, then we don't have to have a debate.
No, don't you think that it's bad for business when you say everybody's not invited?
For co-unity spend. It would be bad for the business if they are not. It may be if they do not want non-Africans or non-black people to come into their business. That may be the case. That's not the case. Yeah, it's cool. It's a little water. You know what I'm saying? It's breeze. You know what I'm saying? And everything there, right? But so that you might be correct. If I'm selling, yam and banana and general groceries, it might be good for business. And I'm in Peckham. And there's bare people of all kind of communities there. It would be good. No, hold on a second. It would be good for that business that everybody's welcome into that business. If I'm selling soap and toilet paper and whatever,
anything,
everybody uses toilet paper and soap. Yeah, everybody should use toilet paper and soap. Most people do, right? So it would be good for that business if everybody comes into that business.
Raven.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Raven.
workplaces is like killing our
Yeah? Right. So that'd be good, innit? Right. So, and the point is that the business itself is not excluding anybody from coming in the business. Everybody's welcome to come into that business. The point of co-unity spend is to focus on black people and black businesses. That's all it is.
You do both at the same time?
No.
Because
It's business though.
it heavily undermines the concept. The primary concept is black people not naturally looking to actually support black businesses. So that means it's no longer appealing for young black people to get into that kind of business because they don't have the kind of community support that other communities have. That's why it's a psychological training, right? But you said that there was a revelation that came to your head about something I was saying.
Yeah.
So what was that revelation that people know?
In the fact of where you said black people are collectively inferior.
Right.
You made that statement.
I have made that statement.
That's your revelation?
That's your revelation.
Listen.
I'm disappointed, black man.
Listen to me.
That's your revelation. Okay.
It's an anticlimax.
Listen.
I thought you were going to tell me that you've been reading Malcolm. You know what I'm saying?
I agree that other races see us
No, I'm not.
at the bottom of the pile. That's as far as I'm willing.
I'm not saying. I'm saying.
Yeah, he's saying more than that, though.
I'm saying slightly more. I'm saying and that's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm saying collectively, the way you behave, isn't in our own self-interest, and because of that, we are further going back.
I agree with that statement there as well.
But your issue is the use of the term inferior, then.
Yeah.
Now, and I might not use the term inferior, but I know what he means when he says it, so I'm not going to challenge it.
But not
You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
does know what you mean when you say it, though, innit?
No, but I think he's clear though. I think I think all right. If let me tell you how I understood it when Raven said it. Yeah, because he said black people are collectively, not individually, and not by nature. Right? He's talking about in terms of our behavior patterns, how we operate as a group.
Yeah.
But because we don't operate as a group in ways that collectively empower ourselves, we collectively are making ourselves inferior to other people who tend to collectively act as a group.
Yes.
So our group interest is not being manifested on the world stage because we're not acting as a group. You know what I'm saying? So our collective organization is putting us in an inferior position, politically, economically, and sociologically. Does that make sense? So inherently, we are not inferior.
No.
If we were to organize, then we wouldn't be inferior.
course not.
So co-unity spend is one initiative that is designed to help us move from an inferior mentality to a empowered mentality of the fact that we actually have people in our community that have businesses, and these people that have businesses are an example of how we can empower ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we were to support them, then it's an example. The business in and of itself is not empowerment unless there is a community around those businesses. So we're trying to develop a community around those businesses.
That's a good. My children, I teach them that they can do anything just as the next race.
Yeah.
To them. They start their own business. They can do whatever they. Of
course they can.
Yes.
The sky's the limit.
Yes.
Don't you think that this is a dangerous narrative that you're painting for the black children growing up in the fact of just saying we're collectively inferior and we're
Well, there has to be a context to every conversation.
A context.
Right?
that's why I would
Get
say
the context.
people. That's why I would say people, other races.
Now,
see
let
us
me-
as,
hold on.
collectively.
Nature in itself, yeah. Why are you putting limits on the youth then for? The sky's not the limit. The universe is abundant, my G. How much galaxies there are in the universe? Yeah. Why is the sky the limit? The sky is only a reflection of where we are on Earth right about now. You get me? I'm a universal man, you know, right? You know what I'm saying? So how much galaxies there are? The universe is expanding. You get me? So
One of the problems I have with when it comes to black people come together is like words of our action, and sometimes because we're very poetical, we can say very poetically nice things and then go home.
True.
Yeah, and this is the problem. So you've just said some things like, we're good, we're this, we're that, and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, but what are we actually doing to manifest that?
Where are we actually?
Yeah, what are we actually doing? Yeah, talk a game.
You can do anything. Yeah. Yeah. So
You gotta teach the youth.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
Right.
that's all words, yeah, but
And
right now,
so-
so right now, that's words.
Right.
Okay, that's words, and co-unity spend is the action.
right.
See?
So you should bring your children to co-unity spend so that they can see black people operating in business and black people operating and supporting those businesses, and that will give those children a sense of empowerment, especially in a world that continuously reinforces negativism in relation to blackness. To come and see black people just operating in a positive mentality, yeah.
It's bad for business when you own
No. It's bad for business business when black people say that it's bad for business.
Yes.
Black people should come and support the business,
Yeah.
right? And because nobody is gonna see it. Let me show you something, black man. Yeah, if somebody walks past, right, and sees 100 black people in a black business, nobody's gonna think, you know what? Too many black people in that business. I shouldn't go in there.
The children, yeah?
They might, and we don't want them anyway. Let me think it. Yeah, let Tommy Robinson think what he wants to think, right? My point is that if you like, say again.
Shouldn't we teach the children?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying to you, to bring the children along. Go on.
Shouldn't we teach the children?
Yeah.
Just to be entrepreneurs and how to have the best price, literally, so you can be competitive, regardless of your race.
All right. Yes.
Regardless of your colour, regardless of your creed.
It's a good point that you made. It's a good point that you've made. Yeah. No. I agree with you.
Bro, you gotta be real. Yes, yeah. We should teach our children to be entrepreneurs and stuff. But you can't send them to the world blindly like it's all gonna be nice. It's not all gonna be nice, man. If you want to show your children to be entrepreneurs, these are what this community spend is a method in which to teach them that.
Right.
So why are you opposed?
So your children are gonna come and see black people in business. Alright, let me show you what Issa's saying on a deeper level. Let me show you what Issa's saying on a deeper level, yeah? Alright, let me show you what Issa's saying on a deeper level, yeah? You see about having the best price, yeah? Because what Raven is saying is right, there's a context to everything. There's a context to even being able to have the best price. Yeah? One of the reasons why oftentimes you find black businesses their price is a little bit more than others is because they buy as an individual business, their margins are often larger. So they have to charge a little bit more to make back up their money. Listen. No, it's not because not all independent businesses operate as individual businesses. So if you look at the hair care industry, a lot of the people, let's say for example, it's obvious that the Asian community has cornered the market on the hair care industry in London, and other cities, right? But I'm focused on London at the moment, And in an area, oftentimes what takes place, is that those Asian businesses are able to charge at a lower rate. Let's say there's like one black woman, like for example in West Green Road in Tottenham, there's like one black woman who sells hair care products, and a number of different Asians. Oftentimes what you find is that those Asians are buying their products together. Does that make sense? Yeah? So when they buy, they're supplying more than one shop, which means that they're able to buy a greater quantity and their unit cost is lower.
It's just capitalism, though.
But no, it's not just capitalism. It's group economics. Because they're buying as a group. Does that make sense? Are you deep in what I'm saying? Right. So I'm saying to you, when you talk about being able to provide the best price, this is why co-unity spend is important. Because not only are we heightening the community's awareness of black businesses, we're actually heightening black businesses' awareness of each other, and hopefully developing a mentality in which whereby black people will actually be able to not only have businesses but be able to collaborate in their businesses to be able to provide the community lower prices. Does that make sense? I'll tell you better than that. My family used to own a shop here, and we used to get African designer wear from Ghana, right? And what we realized doing that business here, because we have to get shipments in. And when you get shipments in, like big shipments, you have to go to a freight company, right? Who control like the customs and them kind of things there, right? So what we realized is not only were the shops owned by one community, but the freight companies are run by the same community that are running the shops.
What country
we go down to pick up a big barrel of gums, and we're seeing yam and mango, and all the things that we buy from other communities that are our food. Are you following me? But the same people that are running the warehouses and all these things are the same people that we buy the food from. So there's obviously there's a chain of businesses that is running by a community supporting and going into business with each other. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
From the front end to the back.
From the front end to the back end. Yeah? And I walked in there and I was like, rah, after you think that, but how come this is our food, how come we ain't selling it? And then at another point, you have to respect the people in their organisation. I say, well, boy, respect to that. Say again? They're doing community business. It's not just good business, it's community business. Because they said, we're going to support the people in our community. So they got children, and they already had a co-unity spend. And people had children like yours, and they brought them to the co-unity spend. They said, this is how we're going to do business in our community. And those children grew up learning how to do that.
I just think people, if you get if you're a businessman and you're and you look at the world that way, you're just
look at the world what way?
In the fact of that you're only saying that black people are invited and other people are.
This is one initiative, bro. It's what this is called unity spend. That's what. No, but nobody creating a business. But nobody's creating a business.
You need to look. Sorry, bro. You need to look past it, bro. What you're saying, Black Van Man, yeah, it's kind of hollow, cuz we are not. He's saying everyone is welcome. Yeah. If it bothers you that much, yeah, if it bothers you that much, yeah, bro. Like I said, yeah. If I have a family,
it is. It's very good for business. It's good for black business. It is.
If you see the Chinese restaurant, they accept like everybody's welcome.
Have you ever been into a Chinese restaurant, yeah, and seen a non-Chinese person working in there?
Yeah, I think I have.
I haven't. I've never seen non-Chinese employees in a Chinese restaurant. No, I've not seen it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Run West Caribbean restaurant.
Listen, I went to a Chinese shop up the road the other day, bro. Yeah. And the experience man felt, bro. Even though man spent 2 bills between 6 of us there. They make you know, bro. Yeah. You see, like you could be giving them peas, but from your black man, your pound is not worth the pound from my own country, man. Right. I'm telling you, I'm telling you based off of the customer service we receive, the looks we got, the serve, like everything from start to finish. It's not about a belief, bro. It's some like if I could just film it and show it to you, you can see it. It's not no. There's no need, bro. I'm not even trying to convince BVM. I don't even know why, as black people, we as black people, why we try to force it, bro. Listen, the thing is, the only reason why people really have an issue, and it's kind of our fault, is because we always have to chat about it in public, whereas other people just get on and do it. No one like you. The white person, he shops normally with the policeman. Then when they open up their little postie skillet thing, the people just go there not normal. Like
I'll tell you funny to me. So where I'm living, right? There's like a couple like off license on the road, and I walked it. So I usually go to one when I'm buying certain things. So that one not do oyster. So I had to put my oyster and I walked into the other one, right? And when I walked into the other one, right, I was like, "Rah, where have I seen this guy before?" And I looked at him again, I think, but hold on, ain't that the same guy from the one down the road? The same people own the shop then, bro. Like, it's the same people, bro.
And you're saying, like, you will get looked at more than anywhere.
That's one facet, bro.
Say that again. I missed that. Say it again.
Like the security might look at you.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, that happens.
Ethan was just saying.
Yeah, that happens.
I was saying about the service. I was saying, we were made to feel as though, our money, is not the same, as the money of their own indigenous Chinese people who were there, who they welcomed, smiled at, seated them first, make them feel welcome, sang songs for them when they left, as to them shimmying us out like, you've been too long, you've been there too long. So I'm saying.
Did you take that as straight away? Why would you take
I'm
that
I'm saying that's one facet, bro.
Listen to this
no, I haven't said it's racist.
Why am I saying that's wrong?
I never
Why
said
would you just say,
you
like,
jumped.
What they did to them, man, is the same.
You jumped. I never called it racism. I never called it racism. I'm saying, that experience, would not have occurred if I was spending money with my own people. Then it doesn't happen when I spend money with my own people. Then for all our faults and stuff, all our bad customer service, black people give you bad customer service equally across the grain. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you could clearly. There's more interactions. I don't even want to go into it. There was things said, things done, and I don't want to. It's not necessary. What I'm saying though is like I can cite example Emmanuel's butcher, a Ghanaian brother in Mitcham, and he's got a little couple of things there. So if you can go to Emmanuel's in Mitcham, butchers, sells plantain and all them the little African, bro. It's sad for me, that I see people, of like our community that rather go to Morrison's, spend more with a chain than go into Emmanuel's. Emmanuel's is empty most time of the day. This is why we need these little initiatives to say, look, here's a brother from your community, help him to help you. His success is our success. That's all it is. It's not to say, fam, boycott the white man down the road.
We're not even saying that. This is not a boycott. It's not even a boycott, Black Van Man. This ain't a boycott.
I'm saying
try and support local shops.
I'm saying Okay,
local shops.
People don't do that.
If you're in the shop shack, alright, and you got something in there, and
I give tax Black Van Man, and we're just trying to make sure that we develop that sensibility across the community. That's what it is.
You have to consciously do it. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, in other communities, there isn't a black van man in other communities.
What you lot say about building up the community.
Did you understand? Yeah, let me say, there isn't a black van man in other communities. Do you know what I mean? What you're doing,
true.
There is like,
this is true.
In the other communities, they don't have their version of you.
Alright, what am I doing?
Well, basically, you're coming up to you're recognizing that black people are going through a challenge. And when we collectively come together to fix it, you're throwing in caveats and.
Why are we only buying? Why are we only buying from other Asian wholesalers for, my G?
Raven, you know what's
Like, why are we doing that for? Why don't we buy from black wholesalers and white wholesalers and every other kind of wholesalers?
Raven's
Who does that?
though, yeah, and it's deep because BVM is not.
You saying black people? I think you would naturally do
Good. So we look forward to seeing you at community spending and bring your children along. Yeah, I'm sure your children have hair, so you can buy some hair products. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know.
So I'm saying what I was saying is not only is there not an alternative in other communities of BVM, but it seems like our community is saturated with brothers like BVM, and I'm saying that as someone who was previously there. Why don't we? I'm saying yeah.
Confession is good for the soul, brother. Confession is good for the soul. I just have to Quran, but it is though still.
Will be here that share my sentiments. It seems like you lot all share the same sentiments.
I'm saying
I might be the odd one out. These
bro,
are things that
check my conversations.
I'm going through, and
you're not hearing what he's saying though. You're not hearing what he's saying though, innit?
Check my conversations.
We're
with
praying
Raven.
that your evolution is like unto Isa.
Listen,
at the moment.
Check my conversations with Raven, bro. I was the first, obviously being Muslim, yeah. Obviously, you know, you hear the spiel all the time. You know, there's no racism. You know, the whole ummah, one ummah, all of that type of thing. When I heard the brother talking about black community, I was like, bruv, that sounds kind of exclusive. Why can't we just bring everyone in? Like, why can't we be, you know, the bastions and, you know, everyone? And slowly, the naivety wore away. I can see it. I can see amongst the people. I can see how, for example, the Kurdish community have their own things, and they do, and they're not trying to bring man in, and they're not begging for your custom or whatever or your acceptance. They're doing their thing. Bengali community same, Pakistani community same.
And you said about masjid, and they're good with you, right? They're good with you. Everyone's blessed in the masjid, but they still got their team, and that's all blessed. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my G. It's what I'm trying to say, fam. There's nothing. I don't look at these communities and hate them. I feel like they're terrible, right? Unless they mistreat man, I'm not in no problems with them, my G.
Bro, I believe some of their business tactics should be replicated.
Yeah, definitely.
We would be better off, if we stop trying to be the person like bringing together people that don't want to be brought together.
Let us break it down here. Some of these businesses, their number one clientele is black people, right? Yet we can't dominate in that same business. How does that make any sense?
you just got to start it.
Well, that's what we're doing here.
That's what we're doing here, bro. That's what we're doing here. So that's exactly. So what you just say? Deep, no. Pull up. What you just say? We just got to start it, yeah. Right. So there are people that are starting it. Now what we're trying to start is the sensibility among the community that says let's support those people. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's a big challenge. You have to go talk to the black business, see the challenge they face day to day. And we recognise those challenges, so we're going to support them, as other communities do. And that's what
communities have to support them for them to stay viable.
But let's start with our community. Because you see, if we can't get our own community to support our businesses, what chance do we have to get other people to?
I'm not even convinced. I'm not.
Yes, I'm blessed. I'm going to check out the channel store.
In London, at least, in the major cities, I'm not convinced that us on our own as a black community is not enough to help.
I'm not convinced either.
I'm not convinced that we need every single person behind us to help us.
Have you ever been to, like, when was the last time? Where was the last time you bought a sari? When was the last time you bought one? You ever bought a sari before? No? I've never bought one. Right, for anybody, you know what I'm saying? I've never bought no form of Indian dress before, So there are, but I've been places like in East London and that, whereby you got whole rows full of Indian, Green Street, them kind of places there, Right, right, just full of Indian, just full,
Go to
right? There's a place in West London as well, Southall, right? It's full of places where you can buy Indian textiles, Indian garms. Now, 9 times out of 10, the people that walk into those stores, are going to be other Indians, Yeah, that's just a fact, innit? I don't see it too much.
South Asian.
Yeah, South Asian people, right? You know what I'm saying? In general, yeah, I agree. Thanks for the correction, yeah? Generally speaking, it's other South Asian people that are going to be walking into those businesses. So evidently, 99.9% of the people, of those businesses are surviving off of the
businesses though.
They're successful though. They're open for a very long time. Yeah, I agree. So why can't we have successful niche businesses in the black community? Why not? Why not? You see, black hair, yeah? It's a niche product, you know. You see that hair that we have? It's a niche thing.
I want to show you the picture. I walked into Asda the other day.
Yeah.
Ethnic hair?
Yeah, right.
They just look, I was
right,
like,
you see what I'm saying? It's a niche thing though. And I'm saying our niche hair is $1 billion business. Billions of dollars are made annually off of just our hair.
And we don't own the majority of shops that are catering to our needs. You see, this is a problem.
Simple. So somebody else has cornered the market on our niche.
Should more young black boys be going on like entrepreneur courses or going to college to go and
Definitely.
start businesses?
Definitely.
That's definitely part of the plan.
So we encourage all black parents to bring their black children to co-unity spend so that they can inspire their black children to get into business. And their black children are going to know, not only that their black children are going to know that there's a community that if they start their businesses, that's going to support them.
But do you know what he just said?
Yeah.
That's weird because it just sounded like he was kind of on our page for a second.
Yeah.
He's saying teach the black kids how to be entrepreneurs.
I disagree with the facts where you say white people are not invited. Well, you differ.
No one said that.
No one mentioned.
Alright, here's the problem, Black Van Man. We're concerned with black people. You're concerned with white people. That's the problem. That's the problem. No, because if you you're not. Because if you were concerned with everybody, then you wouldn't have no problems. No, but bro, your own argument is giving the evidence of what it is. Because whenever we talk about black people, you're talking about white people, right? So if you were concerned with everybody, you're gonna say, all right, cool, I get it. That's all you have to say.
The intention I had was that everyone's not invited. That's a really bad business to say that. A lot of people.
We're not starting a business, bro. We're putting forward an initiative to make black community aware of black businesses. This is not a business. It's not a business venture, right? It's just a project, a program. Yeah.
Let's just be pragmatic about things. Yeah. No one says to Mary Curie, yeah, why are you only focused on cancer? Deal with Parkinson's and deal with MS and bro. Mary Curie is focused on that one thing, bro. Yeah, to specialize in that one thing, trying to be what they say, king of what was it? Not jack of all trades, but king of none. Like you want to be, you want to special. If your attention, if your attention is divided,
just once, yeah. Don't make a habit of it. You know what I'm saying? Go. Yeah.
You can only what put 33.3%. You can forget the percentage anyway. You can only divide it equally between those things. If you got one plan, you're putting 100% in that one thing.
Yeah.
This is what we're trying to do, bro. We're not saying you can't do your thing, but it seems like when we talk about we want to do our thing, people want to always juxtapose it to something else or polarize it that you're pushing us out. No, we don't have anything. We're trying to build something for ourselves. Leave us to get on with that. Stop putting in things that are just gonna divert man from the path. If you have identified, or we have identified, that there's a gap in the market, or there's a need for the black community to empower themselves, let the black community get on with doing that. Right. So that's what we're doing. But people are coming in.
You know why I say that? Because right now we could be having a conversation with Black Van Man about how we're gonna maximize the potential of co-unity spend. Instead, we have to have a conversation with Black Van Man about whether white people are invited or not. But we've explained it, bro. We've explained it. And you know what? Black Van Man, I'm convinced, that this is a concern for you. More concern for you than it is for most white people. I think that most white people are going to hear what we're saying, and it's not going to mean nothing to them. If they want to go into the shop that we're going to do a co-unity spending, us saying community spend is not going to stop them from going into that shop.
No, that's
I
not gonna stop.
I guarantee you, Black Van
That is
Man.
not gonna
Right?
stop. That's
So
what you was
at the
gonna stop
moment,
them.
at the moment,
And this
I
is
don't
what I'm
even
worried
I don't
about.
even think if
So
you
I tell you
invited
what's
them to
gonna
the
stop
thing,
Yeah.
they would care for it
Shall I
any
tell
more
you
than
that?
that.
Yeah, right, is it any more?
They're
Yeah,
not
for real.
coming to your shop. And you say that they're not invited.
No one said he's not invited.
No, I said,
invitations.
no,
They're
I,
invited. They're
Black Van Man,
welcome.
you have to be intellectually honest.
said
No,
they're not invited,
Black,
they're
if we
welcome.
have a co-unity spend in a business, we have not said, yeah, that white non-black people are not invited to that business. What we have said is, as far as co-unity spend is concerned, we are focused on inviting the black community.
That's the
That's
emphasis
it.
is.
That's
That's where the
it.
emphasis
That's what the emphasis is. Everybody is welcome.
Everybody's welcome.
Everybody's welcome. Yeah. Everybody's
already
welcome.
said that.
Everybody's invited.
Everybody's welcome.
Come on, everyone's invited to Brown
And
Eagle all
everybody's
the time.
invited.
But why do you have to make more noise than the non-black people? Why do you have to?
Exactly.
Because what it is, it's not that I'm making more noise than the non-black people.
really
When
is.
I got involved in this thing, I saw a trend that went to the Tommy Robinson march because I was like, is he racist or is he not racist?
Okay.
So what I went and done was go and have a look
Yeah.
and just be unbiased and have a look and saw what the people had to say.
Right.
Simple and
You know what's interesting to me about that?
You weren't really.
You show more understanding
You weren't really unbiased.
for Tommy
You had a
Robinson
vested interest in
and the
people.
marchers.
addicted to Tommy Robinson.
No, you brought him up. I never mentioned him. You brought him up. You brought him up. You brought him up. But the fact that you brought up just reminded me of something and some of your conversations around that march, right? Hold on, and I know, but your understanding of the people that you met on that march, and I've heard you say you're not a supporter of Tommy Robinson, but you are a supporter of his supporters. Yeah.
No, you haven't heard me say that. You heard me say that some of those supporters, those supporters that I came into contact with, were really nice people. The people that I spoke to,
Right.
the majority
So
of those
and you
people
have. And you
were
and
really
you
nice
have
people.
you have understanding for some of their
I don't
positions.
support no man.
Hear me.
I always say that, I said it in multiple things.
Let's put the word support aside.
Man is fallible.
Right? Yeah. But you have understanding for some of their points of view. Yes. Yes. You have empathy for some of their perspectives. Right. And I'm asking, and I'm going to say something that I'm 99.9% sure has been said to you before. Yeah. Right. I'm going to say something to you right now. Right. You get me?
I live in there. Whose country? Whose country? Whose country?
You live in their
No,
country.
bro. Tell me what working class. Yeah.
Anglo-Saxon.
Oh, get out of it. Anglo-Saxon, bro. The
I'm
whole.
close to this country as well. I'm going to say to you, I'm close. I was born here.
You live in their country,
I
yeah?
was born here.
He's got part Anglo-Saxon in it. He's already said that. But I'm saying,
No,
bro,
but
the fact
even
that
knowing
you-
that though, he still said their country, you know.
Yeah,
Bro,
'cause
that's
I don't
Right?
see this
He
country
still
as
said
mine.
their country,
I
right?
don't see this
Hold
country as
on.
mine.
And what we're saying is that these businesses
It's
are
people that are close
these
to the
businesses
country.
are ours.
I
That's
don't-
what we're saying.
I don't
Yeah.
Listen, sorry, man.
Yeah.
I have to cut all of that bullshit out, fam. I don't business, from Commonwealth nations, put their lives on the line, to fight for this country. Don't ever tell a man, this ain't my country, bro. To be honest, I don't. Yeah, so they'll say their country because I have as much right to be on this soil, as any other citizen of this country, right? That's what I'm saying. So I don't want to. So all this. So I'm not. I'm saying I'm not gonna pander to. I'm not gonna pander to any. I'm not gonna pander to any group, bro. I'm saying I'm not gonna pander to any group dynamic. Yeah, if you want to say, we don't recognize London, this is not how it were 50 years ago or 100 years ago, well then flipping don't rape and pillage people's countries, conscript them, make them die for your war, and then tell them to bugger off, bro. I'm not going to have that, bro. I'm not going to.
Has any black person come and said that they feel you are on the side of black people when it comes to Birmingham? Has any black person come to you and said that we feel that you are on the side of black people when it comes to Birmingham? Has anyone?
I've only spoken to you about that.
Right, okay. Well, don't you think it's the issue that...
That's not true though. He's spoken to Rasbek, he's spoken to Jedi, he's spoken to Maku,
Can the
he's
people,
spoken to Isa.
can the people truly say they empower themselves, if they're
Spoken to both of you.
dependent? Can a people group truly say, they're empowered, if they have to rely on other people to help them?
How do you have to rely on anybody?
I'm asking you it's as a theoretical question. If there is a group that needs help from outsiders, can that group ever truly be empowered?
I don't believe that black people need help from outsiders.
Brother, it's a theoretical question. Yeah?
I thought I answered it.
Ask
Say
the
it again a
Bro,
third time for me.
I never
I thought I
mentioned
just
any
answered
specific group. I mentioned it theoretically. Whether it be women, whether it be gays, whether it be can any of those people groups, yeah, say that they are empowered if they have to depend on other external groups, yeah, to validate them and raise them up? They cannot be. Right. So here we have a people group trying to validate themselves, raise themselves, empower themselves. That is nobody else's business. If they wish to help, they can do so, but we are not going to beg them. We are not going to appeal to them. We are not going to, wave flags and say, yeah, help us out or give us money. That's not our thing. Our thing is we have enough spending money, we have enough spending power between ourselves, yeah, to make ourselves, and education as well, to make ourselves relevant on the world scale. The reason why, yeah, black people do not have any respect is because we have not empowered ourselves and we look to everybody else to fix our issues. And now we're trying to fix our issues.
And you've highlighted, brother, sorry to jump in, but that you seem to be at the old programming of I was looking out for stuff. Looking out. Yeah, and we're looking in. You see what I'm saying? And what I would like, it might not happen in our lifetime, but I would like to make you understand that right now we are talking about the needs of a people group who need to do better, and you are talking about another people who are collectively doing better. And that makes very little sense. I agree with that. And you see what I'm saying about self-empowerment, there's a value in it. Self-empowerment.
But if you've got a mentality where you're not individually empowered, how are you going to be intellectually empowered?
What does that mean?
What do you mean by individually?
What does that mean?
I feel like I'm powerful as an individual.
So do I. So do I. I feel like personally, I'm a powerful black man. Yeah, I feel like that. I really do. When I look at the condition of the black community in general, we're not empowered, and my individual power is not enough to empower the community as a whole. So I have to live with other brothers and sisters, so we can put some things together. All of our individual power together. Yeah, it's like Malcolm X had a good analogy about the hand, right? He said, like if I use my hand and I slap you, it might hurt, it might sting a little bit, but it's not really going to do as much as if I bring the fingers together. You know what I'm saying? Each finger in and of itself has its own power. But see, when the fingers come together and I thump it like your face, then you're going to feel it. You see what I'm saying, right, man? I'm not threatening you, bro. I always make that clear. But I'm just saying, right? You get me? It's an analogy. Let's
just say you have a five-a-side football team, right? And you have 5 of the best players of all time, yeah? But then when they come on the team, yeah, they're all greedy, they don't want to pass to each other, and they want to be individuals. Yeah.
Bad names. I think this is a productive way you can educate the community. No, I'm not saying, but obviously it's not my place.
Thank you, D. That's good.
They're shouting at each other in their thing. And the Israelites like they were sisters, like that. And I was saying to him,
thank you, brother. We'll come over in a bit. We'll just finish. Thank you, brother. We'll come over in a bit. So,
one second,
brother. Of course. Well, I'll come over in a second. Yeah, so let's finish strategy, right? So you have five players, right? Or best players of all time, yeah? But they refuse to pass. They refuse to be a team, right? They go against the most lowest division, 5-a-side. Yeah, but they work every day. They work as a team.
Well, they train every day. Yeah.
They go against that. Yeah. If that's the case, the dream team is always going to lose if they're not working together. And that's where we're at. Does that make sense?
It happens all the time. It's fine.
But I think that's a natural thing they do. They shout, and it's the same guys. I think it is. I don't think it's as deep as. Yeah, but if it's an issue, we'll go over there.
Sorry, can you repeat that point?
So the Porcket. So here's the point. Doesn't make sense. You watch a bit of football, right? Football, yeah?
I watch a little bit.
Little bit. And you understand that in history there's been really good football players. Pele, Maradona, these people, right? Imagine we got a time machine and got them at their peak and we put them on a team, right? But they were all greedy. They didn't actually want to work as a team. They wanted to score own goals and do their own thing, right? A low division team who work together will do better than them. Because they're working together. If they're not as skilled, because they actually have team ethics, they will always do better. Is everything good?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah? That's what I'm saying. So even though you are individually the best man of all time, he's individually the best man of all time, so forth, right? If we don't work together, it means nothing. Because on the field, we're not passing in it. We're just running from the defense to the strike line and shooting, and then we have to run back to the defense and we're going to lose our energy. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you know what I mean? What are you doing, bro?
I don't know. Let's say
so-
that.
Yeah, so so that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, get out of here, man. Go.
See, there's some stuff.
Does that concept make sense? Brain scramble. He's scrambled. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. He's going for challenges. Like I said.
I agree with some of your points, man. I agree with some of the points where you were saying like black people.
I tell you what, instead of
I would
having,
say black people are seen.
so
collectively.
all right. So instead of
I agree
yeah,
with that sentiment.
here's what I suggested.
I agree that we can
See, I never said.
Let's move forward on that basis, then, Black Man, man. Yeah, you see what you agree with. Allow those sentiments to guide your feet towards wherever we're holding the first co-unity spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wherever your co-unity spend,
Yeah.
I'd like to film it.
Good. Come true.
You're gonna take
And
your
make
money
sure
out
you
and buy
make
some
sure you
cocoa butter
bring
or something?
make sure you bring at least a tenner. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you can bring some of those nice people you met on the march.
On the
too,
march,
you know.
yeah.
Let's spend it, black.
Yeah, I get some money from them. Tell them to give some P.
You also
so you can go
mentioned
co-unity
that
spend.
your mother makes chili
pepper sauce. Yeah, pepper sauce.
right?
Yeah.
I want to buy that.
Yes.
We want to buy that. We
Yes.
want to support
Yeah,
your mother's
that's what I'm saying.
business.
What you mean? Are you not being your mum's business though?
Yeah.
Man, see.
Pepper sauce.
Secret
In the summer, yeah. In the summer, tell mommy to come down with a. Tell mommy to come down with a stand. In the
No,
summer.
it's your mum though. It's not you though.
In the summer, tell your mum.
I just need to get the message across.
In the
It's
summer.
the community ethos. cuz.
Yeah, fam. Tell your mum to come with a stand to Speaker's Corner.
And
Yeah.
we'll make sure we buy.
You make sure you buy everything that she got. Yeah. Does she
But
jerk
that's not
chicken?
you, it's your
Does your
mum.
mum? Does your mum jerk chicken? Does she jerk chicken?
That's to be something.
Does your mum jerk chicken? Does she jerk chicken? Your mum? Can she jerk chicken? Yeah. So that's to bring a jerk pan in the summer. Yeah. One day, let's come with a jerk pan. Trust me, we'll deal with the jerk.
That's a
Yeah.
vegetarian option as well. Just so.
Yeah, for real. I forgot. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
We
So I
say
can
what, 420, yeah?
Yeah, you know.
But what I'm saying, we're trying to build this thing. And now I understand. Like the thing is, as black people, we grew up in different environments, different realities, right?
Yes, sir,
And
yes,
I understand that you are very protective because obviously you have family and friends of a different cultural group, right? But what you have to understand, this is a training we've gone through. Just because we are pro something doesn't mean we're anti something else. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's because we actually want people who are doing bad.
Trust
black
me.
people to do better.
And
Doesn't mean we want other people to
Black
do
family, I
worse.
promise you, yeah. You see, after we do co-unity spend,
Yes.
you see your white friends, they'll be alright, you know, man, bro.
yeah,
Like, they'll be good. Seriously, I promise. I can promise. No harm's gonna come to them. Yeah, I promise you, bro. Like, you see their lives as it was the day before co-unity spend, it will be exactly the same
Let me
after.
not
I
laugh at
promise
that,
you.
like,
I
bro,
promise.
but Shaka,
I promise.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you got a few white associates
I don't.
yourself.
Associates, yeah, not friends. Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's not gonna be that deep.
I don't. I seriously
But I'm
don't.
saying, what I'm trying to say is, because all of us.
I'll be honest. I'll just be honest. I'll just be honest.
Do you have,
I'll just be honest.
you have non-black friends?
Do I have no, not friends? No, I got associates though. Yeah. No, seriously, all my friends are black. I'm not lying. I'm just being honest. Like, all my friends are black. Yeah,
No Arab friend.
nothing. It's just how. Yeah, almost my whole friendship circle is black. That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, for me, I've got multiple Asian, European, African, South American, North American, Caribbean, all bedrooms, fam, from all different types. This is not it's not a bedroom thing. I'm not that. I can't drive that message home like any harder, bro. Jordan M is my guy, fam. Yeah, if I see anyone if I see anyone trying to violate Jordan M, yeah, if I see anyone trying to violate Jordan M, I have got his back to the death, cuz. Greek is my boy.
Come on.
Even though he's a Byzantine, like you got some beef there.
Yeah, you got me
still,
funny
like.
with the Greeks.
Have you spoke to Europeans
For the Greeks.
have you asked him? Yeah. And is any non-black person, I should say, coming to you and putting this in your head? Because I'm not hearing any non-black person saying this to me anywhere else, but you are a black person, you're saying this. Yeah. So that's what it is. So where are you getting it from?
Yeah, it's funny. You know, it's funny, yeah. Like, you see white folks here in this park here. I've had white folk come to me in this park here. I say, yo, big up Shaka, right? Yeah. Like, I hear what you're saying, and I respect it. And rare. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That happens more than you think. Yeah. I've been on the road and white folks stop me, yeah. And they're like, you know what, Shaka, right? Yeah. I heard you on Speaker's Corner, and I really respect what you're saying. And the rare, right? You see me, yeah? That happens all the time, fam. To me, personally, yeah? And I'm the person who's on camera, yeah? When Leo Muhammad's speaking, clapping him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? That's me. Hold on. Hear what I'm saying? But my point is that in spite of that, hear what I'm saying? You're not listening. But what I'm showing you is that you're taking it deeper.
Unbiased, fam? You're supposed to be unbiased, cuz.
Exactly.
You're
You're taking it deeper. I'm sorry.
I'm supposed to be unbiased.
Yeah.
You should check him,
Bro,
have a conversation with him. Then form an opinion.
Also, the Tommy march that you went on. The Tommy march that you went on. Black van man. The Tommy march that you went on. Was it full of white supremacists?
The Tommy Martin? No.
It wasn't. Okay.
I don't think so.
Story done. Yeah, let's we're finished. We're
You're
done here. We're finished.
You will always be our brother, innit? Yeah. Bro.
We're done. Now the conversation finished. It done. Yeah, it finished. No. We can't. No. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got to finish. We're finished. We're done.
So you took the time to go meet them, but you don't take time to meet your own black brother, no? Brother, you said you called Leo Muhammad a black supremacist, right?
I didn't call it. I said that's
Isn't he?
becomes a
You said it, isn't
process.
it? Yeah, but based on what though? Based on what?
But the people them on the Tommy march don't come across as white supremacists. The people them on the Tommy march are not white supremacists.
Come on, bro. You're supposed to be an unbiased journalist, bro, and you're saying Nation of Islam, and I'm a Sunni as well, fam. So I've got no
He challenged Liam Mohammed. He's challenged Liam Mohammed before.
It's speaker's corner. It's different to when I go to a protest. When I go to a protest, I let those people say what they want to say.
Have you always been this way, bro?
Black Van Man, have you ever heard of the reparations march?
Who organised that?
You've heard it from me, yeah?
You told me about it.
All right. Yeah, I told you about it, so you never heard about it before me, yeah? So I want you to come to the reparations march and do your unbiased journalism. 1st of August, yeah? 1st of August.
But do you have black friends, bro? Do you have black friends? And how do they feel about
Are you sure? Show me a black friend. You know your phone right now. Show me a picture with you and a black friend right now. I want to see it. Evidence right now. Show me a black friend.
But how do they feel? How do they feel about the way you're moving?
That's a good one. I can't lie.
Do they ever
That's a good one.
My best friend's black.
Okay. But do they ever critique you? Do they ever critique you, brother?
I can't. Of course they do. This is like, yeah, they do critique me.
I'm gonna pray for your black friends.
Some of them understand what I'm saying. Like,
I'm gonna pray for your black friends. I'm gonna ask Issa to pray for your black friends as well.
But you are dedicated.
Just in case he's right and I'm wrong on the God question. I'm gonna ask Issa to pray for your black friends. Pray for all of them.
You seem dedicated on this kind of challenging black narrative.
No, I'm not challenging your narrative. What I'm challenging is when you said just the business aspect of everybody's not welcome.
I never said.
Why did you read it like that though? Because that's not what these brothers explicitly.
Everyone's welcome. We said it explicitly. Everybody is welcome and invited. Yes, there is a difference. There is a difference. Invited is a proactive agenda. Welcome is passive.
Why is there bad suspicion of the brothers? Wait, chill.
Couldn't you still do a co-unity spend
Oh my
and
God.
say, listen to me. Couldn't
I tell you what.
Let me say something.
Alright, go.
Couldn't you just say, let me do a co-unity spend.
Yeah.
We're focusing on black people, looking with their eyes and seeing black businesses supporting. But guess what? Everybody's invited.
I tell you what.
Everybody's welcome.
What's understand don't need to be said. What's understood don't need to be said.
I tell you what.
Bro, I'm saying, why would you let bad suspicion?
Let me interject, brother. The way when I speak to you, here's what I suspect, right? If that was the case, there'll be the next target. Why don't we just go to every business? You see?
Sell to everyone.
No, as in rather than picking a black business, why don't we pick any business? So then the whole concept then becomes pushed aside, and the reasons why black people are in a problem is because of that. Every time we try to do for ourselves, it gets co-opted.
This is part of learning to be a better business.
You know what I'm saying?
Now.
Piggyback off of your community like other communities have done to get you to a certain level where, fam, we're not even in the playing field yet. We're not even in the minor league, cuz. Yeah, we're in relegation, cuz. Yeah, and you're trying to tell man to go to the. You're trying to tell man to invest.
So we're focusing on our team. That's what it is. Yeah. Now let me say this now. Yeah. If you want from your channel, yeah, whenever we identify a business and we're saying we want people to go spending in that business for co-unity spend. If you want to encourage your audience to spend money with that business, you're free to do so. You're free to do so. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? Here I'm saying. But the business, But the business is not exclusive. We've already said this. The
Why
business.
don't you ask the communities though? You're like, no. Listen, he's reached out. He's reached out to the black community. Yeah, he's reached out to the black community. You're concerned that other communities are going to feel left out. So I'm saying, why don't you do the legwork, yeah, and get those other communities to come and spend with the black people?
Do you do lives, Black Van Man? You do lives, yeah?
No, bro, no, it's not a hard job.
You do lives, yeah? Black Van Man, you do lives, yeah? You do lives. You do lives, yeah? You do lives, yeah? Like on YouTube, yeah. All right. When next time you're doing a live, yeah, like when you're in your yard, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm saying. Oh, is it? Okay, all right. I've got a survey for you to do with your audience, yeah. That's cool. No, what I'm saying, this ain't a debate. I've got a survey idea for you to do with your audience, yeah. Ask your audience, yeah, particularly your non-black audience, of which I assume the majority of your audience, right? Yeah. Right. So your big non-black audience, yeah. Ask them how often, yeah, they spend money with a black business, like a week.
Ask them now.
Yeah?
No.
Like, ask them.
No.
Ask them in the comments.
Yeah? Ask them.
Local Caribbean takeaway.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so once in a while they have a Caribbean, you know? Go and buy a patty. Once, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then, you know what I mean? You know? Might get a patty. Yeah, you know?
Bro, nah, but let me pull him up on something, yeah? Here he's got his following, yeah, of non-black people. Now one of them's made a comment about victims. Even though we've already acknowledged, yeah, that we are trying to build ourselves up, yeah. You got this guy trying to buy us off. Now he should be more vested in trying to correct this brez.
True.
He should be
saying, yeah, I agree with that.
But you're getting on the brothers.
Whoever said that, he should be telling Black Van Man, leave those people alone. These people are moving beyond the victim mentality. They're trying to say, let's empower ourselves, let's be victorious in our own community. That's the kind of idea, right? You see, that's the problem, because there's something fearful. You see the people that call black people like us victims, they've got a fear.
This is classic.
They've got a fear of the empowered black man.
They do, bro.
Someone said go on, boy.
Bro, even the black man.
No, someone never said that in the comments.
Did you say? You said go on, boy.
I said that.
To who? To us? Go on, boy.
Hey, who you call boy? Who you call boy? My next listen, hey, who you call boy?
Bro, Shaka, they have a fear of the black man, even when he's not empowered.
Exactly.
You only got to look worldwide to see the examples of it.
Exactly. In the words of Martin Lawrence, because of the fear of black balls. That's what it is. Yeah? The undying fear of the black man's balls. The testicular fortitude of the black man.
What are you talking about, bro? Come on, bruv, man. Come on. Integrated where? Well into where? What city have black people integrated well into the community, bro? Bro, how long have black people been in the UK in the first place?
Yeah. Define integrated well.
I mean, you can talk about general things that you have in common that go beyond race.
Yeah, but define integrated well.
Was race-based,
because I'm saying that for other people, integrated well has an economic standing. Yeah, has a social standing, has a political standing. Yeah, so you can
I need to film this.
You can chart their integration. Economic.
Alright, no.
1 second. Give me 5 seconds and I'm done. Alright.
I beg you, don't. Let's do constructive
yeah.
stuff, bro.
So I'm saying.
This is what happens
so that's what I'm asking you to define integration. Yes, I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm asking you to define integration. Like we've integrated well. Yeah, because I'm saying that if you look around, you can see other communities that are integrated.
Integrated well. Because if you look at any other country in the world,
yeah,
like I just believe that black people are doing amazing things, and it would be a lot harder in a lot of the countries what I've been to.
Like what countries? Like what countries?
Italy, Spain.
So black people in the UK are doing better than black people in Italy. Yeah.
I just believe that
generally
you've got
speaking,
more opportunities.
No. One thing you got to give it to the English people with, yeah. they are better with their niceties and that. Like you can, you know, they've got certain statutes and that protect you in the law, innit? So, you know, it's not that, it's not as bad as like Italy and Spain and that, where a man will get practically get lynched.
I'll have to research that.
I'm saying,
I know something about France. I don't know too much about Italy. But yeah.
In Italy, like man can really only get jobs like minuscule, like menial, generally speaking, like security, car, you're the big black man, and flipping like car park attendants and that sort of stuff. And that's generally that's generally what people that I know that live in Italy and have gone to Italy say. Like black people ain't really. They're not really given the time of day like that, unless maybe they got a British passport or whatever. But
is the black population in Italy as much as the black population here? No. Yeah. I know that I think France is comparable, but I think Italy is a lot less.
Italy, their connections to Ethiopia, and then they've got like a new surge of Nigerians coming in, and they're going through certain challenges. From what I'm seeing. So no, it's not the same. But brother, I mean, my main thing, and it's like we're not saying it, but you're always a brother, really, no matter what, right? But it does seem that you've somehow been
he challenges that perception certain times still. It's like he's doing his best to challenge
brother in the flesh.
How much of our integration has been assimilation, can I ask? How much of our integration, black people integration into the UK, is actually indeed it is assimilation. By assimilation, what I mean by assimilation is denying our culture, throwing it behind our backs, doing of ourselves generally what the Anglo-Saxon populace deem to be acceptable, like taking their names, you know, and marrying into them.
What is it?
Your face
is
beaming inside. That's integration, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it integration or assimilation? They're quite different nuances, isn't it? Because by assimilating, you pretty much do away with all your history and all your culture and everything about you that makes you unique, in order to acquiesce to other people's standards of what makes you a good person or an upstanding citizen. For me, I'm not going to do that, nor am I ever going to encourage people to do that.
But didn't you do that for Islam?
Would that
give up your
assimilate?
way of life?
No, I didn't.
Didn't you do that?
I didn't assimilate by embracing Islam. What I did is I changed my ideals, right? So when I embraced Islam, I embraced the idea of worshiping a monotheistic God and adhering to the commands of His Prophet. But that didn't, make me. Wait, but I'm saying that didn't make me. Do away with the food that I eat. Or the wa alaikum assalam.
To see her from my life, brother. They not come here for 5 years, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow me to stay away from this place full of subhanallah.
I mean, bro.
I might not see you for a very long time.
Bro, I'm a holler at you, bro.
As my bigger brother, not Babo, man's about bare Muslims, inshallah.
Inshallah. Take care, man.
You know the point?
Yeah, I ain't giving up my food. You know what I'm saying?
Right, this is the problem though, because you don't see a problem with assimilating into British society, but you see a problem with if, let's say, Easter did assimilate into another person's culture because of Islam.
He changed his ideals, didn't he? He changed his ideals from maybe a British way of culture mixed with an African.
Not British at all. There was not.
Oh, that's why you see the problem because you see that British people are assimilated into Islam.
So
just saying that he changed his ideals.
Yeah. So I can't. You know, if I say that I don't have British ideals, that would be a lie. I'm not fully. Like,
we've all had,
you know what I'm saying.
We've all had I'm saying,
no, not really, because I took what I deem to be the good British ideals, such as a certain tolerance, certain manner,
as chips and onion vinegar.
Batter sausage and saveloy and that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Tolerance is a big thing, but I'm saying, tolerance has to go beyond, just having the smiley face with people. Tolerance has to translate into when you see 5 CVs on your desk, one's got Oluwatobi on it, another one's got George on it, that you're not gonna think,
and one's got Ahmed.
That it's not a thing of what are the names about? It's a thing of this guy studied here, this guy studied here, this guy studied here. But I know all too well that's not the case. I've had man say raw. You know when you came to, when we brought you into the interview, we thought you was Chinese. Cause my surname's Frimpong, innit?
Right.
Frimpong can sound a bit Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese.
So that made me know, hold on, and it's a Chinese woman interviewing me. So now we're talking about community.
Right.
So I'm saying, so I only got through to the interview because she thought she was dealing with her countryman.
Yeah.
And then people want to say stuff like, nah, just bring everybody in. Geez. I'm not that naive. I understand some people, and don't get me twisted, bro. I know some of the most beautiful white, Anglo-Saxon, Celtic, Gaelic people that are anti-injustice, anti-blackness. Like they will.
Not beautiful, but I know something like anti-justice still, you know. I wouldn't call it beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I have to be very careful when we use the word that beautiful, you know. I have to be very careful.
I gotta be real.
I say for me, you know what I mean? My black nationalist sensibilities. I have to be careful when I use words that beautiful, you know what I mean? Like,
bro. Listen. I'm pro my people, but you gotta be just when you gotta say a just thing, innit?
Yeah.
When I say beautiful. I'm talking.
Yeah, no, you just made the trouble maker.
I'm talking about personality and their just approach to life and the way they interact with people on a general thing. They don't have a bad bone in their body. You know what I'm saying? And there are people that I dealt with from my own nation that are rotten.
Right, don't you think there are more?
But
I'm gonna be real with you.
I just got to look at what he just said, you know. I'm not sanctioning that statement. We're gonna move on from that statement.
On my journeys,
We're gonna move on, yeah.
Tell us about your journeys.
Doing the things that I've been doing for the last 6 months or so.
Which is following Tommy supporters around the country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean. No, but that's what I see you do, bro. I'm not lying.
I've seen people, and I've seen genuine people, but we've seen a split in the right side of politics, where there's a far right. They would say are ethno-nationalists, and then you would say some people are civic nationalists. That's how they've separated themselves from.
That's how they separated their racism.
They've separated themselves from thingy. Do you reckon the majority of people in this country are like, don't care what colour you are? Or do you feel like the majority of people in this country do care what colour you are? And in making decisions and stuff, change based on what colour you are?
I'll tell you what I think. It don't matter. Yeah? It don't matter. It don't matter what they think. Hear me. I'm telling you what I think. I'll tell you what I think. It don't matter. You know why? Because whatever they think, the economic, political situation of black people remains the same. So what my judgment is not based upon what white people think of, man. Right? It's about what are the conditions of black people and what do we need to do to empower black people. That's it. Yeah? It doesn't matter to me if I ask 1 million white people if they like man or hate man, and all of them said yes and all of them said no. If the condition of black people remains the same, then that's where my focus is. If honestly I felt the condition of black people,
I would say that
hear me. If I felt that the conditions of black people would be helped by whether white people liked us or hated us, I may focus my energy there. If I felt it was a defining factor, I don't think it is.
Don't you think it matters whether white people like you or hate you being as
personally, no. Country? Now, if you have white friends and so on and so forth,
again, it goes back to the white country thing.
Right? Yeah.
So then,
I'm saying,
So
I'm not a white country.
Hear me. But you're concerned more. I
have a problem.
You're concerned with the white country. Man is concerned with the black community. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. No, but the point is, you're able to put forward arguments. But the point is, you're able to put forward arguments that is based upon your empathy with the whiteness of the country, but you're not able to understand arguments that are based upon the betterment of the black community. This is the problem. So in somewhere in your whatever your mentality, the blackness of the community and the black empowerment of the community is in the front to the whiteness of the country. Right? What's it called? And these two things are conflictual as far as you're concerned. I'm showing you, Black Van Man. Yeah, I promise you. You see the day after community spend, yeah, community spend, yeah. The country will still be white. I promise you. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, you see the day before, if the country is white the day before, after community spend, Britain will still be a white country.
The country is going. Politically, you could see, that the country.
You're concerned with how the country's going.
I'm concerned. I believe that, as you can see with most of Europe, it's going to the right, and it's getting further and further.
And that's a problem for you.
To the right. Of course, it's a problem. I live in England.
Why is it a problem for you?
Because I live in England.
So what appreciable difference?
They're gonna come for you?
I'm not scared. Trust me, I'm not like.
No, I mean,
but why is it a problem? Why is it a problem if the country goes to the right? If the country goes to the right, what difference is it going to make?
For my children.
But why? What's going to happen to them?
Growing up in a country that's more racist than what.
So you associate the right with racism?
No, the far right.
The far right is racism. So not the right, but the far right is racism.
But G, then isn't your issue more with the white community then? I'm saying that means your issue should be more with the white community, because here we're not standing here saying go out and bruck a man up because he's white, or hate a man because he's white, or or do something detrimental to the white community. No one's advocating for that. You're saying it's pertinent for the black community to be loved or advocated for or liked by the white community, because otherwise you said it's not important for the white community to like you because it's a white country.
No, that's not what I meant. Isn't it important, that when you live in a country as a minority, to be aware of the temperament of the majority of the country?
We should be aware of it.
Shouldn't the majority of the country be aware of their own temperament? Should they not rectify themselves?
I agree.
Is it not?
They should be aware of it too.
They are. You're saying they are.
This is one of the most countries where they are aware of it. To be honest,
you're wrong.
Bro, you're saying
this is the point I'm trying to make. You can't say that, but then we're overrepresented in prisons. We're overrepresented in mental health institutions. You know what I'm saying? We're overrepresented in all negative indicators as far as the health service is concerned. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't. And this is all the white people that serve us. All the white people that serve us in all of these institutions. If you was to ask them whether they have animosity towards black people, 9 times out of 10, they're going to tell you no. Yeah, they're going to tell you, I've got black friends. They're going to tell you, I eat jerk chicken on the weekend. They're going to tell you all these things. Right? They're going to tell you all these things.
That bit,
right? Yeah, they're going to tell you all these things. But the point is, we're still overrepresented in prisons and mental health institutions and all negative indicators as far as the health system is concerned. We're still underrepresented when it comes to employment and entrepreneurship, and all of these things. So the point is, whether white people like us or not, or whether they say they like us or not, doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference is how much we like and love and put and invest in ourselves. That's the point. That's all it is. Yeah.
I keep saying that, bro. I was watching Gordon Ramsay's thing where he goes into jails, where he actually went to Brixton to get them on some sort of cooking, chef them up when they come up. That wasn't the thing.
I was trying to figure out what's Gordon Ramsay got jails for.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out, go on.
But one of the things that was alarming to me is when they sat down, when I came to the meeting with the governors and whoever, and bruv, I'm even questioning myself. Did I even see one black person there? I think there might have been one black person, but it was shocking to me to see no representation, from black or even other ethnic groups, for Brixton, HMP. To see that even on this board with the governor and whoever is responsible for decisions, that the black community is not represented and other ethnic communities are not represented. How can we say that we've integrated well when you don't have people in those key
positions? Where our community is affected by the decisions that are made. Makes sense. It's a good argument.
Can you tell me another country that does it better for minorities?
Is that relevant to us?
It's not relevant.
Is that relevant? No. But we're saying, but how things happen in
I'll
Guatemala?
I'll tell you another country.
It's not relevant to us.
I'll tell you another country. You see, when you go to Africa and the Caribbean, and hold on, let me finish. You see that countries where there's a white minority, let's use South Africa for example, there's a white minority in South Africa, and they own 80% of the economy. You know what I'm saying? They're abundantly well off. Yeah. In fact, you see the richest white, you see the richest white people on earth. They live in majority black countries. where there's a white minority. Like there's a white minority in Antigua, yeah. And these kinds of things, yeah. Like and they own a lot of land. Yeah, and a lot of businesses, yeah, and these kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? So it just so happens that when we're a minority, we're disempowered. Yes. But when the people of this country are minorities in other countries, they're the richest people in the country.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
It's interesting.
I remember as a young kid, bruv, seeing lot of British people in Ghana, like wealth, big houses and that. Mm-hmm. Like even sometimes, like for me, one of the things, because I'm very passionate about customer service, mm-hmm. so I watch people and their dynamics when they go into shops and they're interacting, bruv. And I remember just thinking and asking mum, like, how comes they're so? I don't know why, because I didn't have. I was like 8 and then 14 the next time I went to. Right. So, but I was just like, rah. In a black majority country, these white people are very comfortable, and not only are they comfortable, but they're loved. They're put on a pedestal. Yeah. So I
can agree. I've been to Ghana, yeah, and like customer service in Ghana is levels. Like when you go to a restaurant in Ghana, people them serve you good and whatever. But even with the levels of customer service, you can still notice, like if a white man walks into the bank, it's a different thing. Yeah, and I walked in. I dealt with banks. And the only people that I can say just generally treating me bad was police, and police are scum everywhere. No, seriously. I was
the locals face that all the time.
Trust me, I was like, nah, fam. But the police, F the police in every language. You get me? Like, you know what I'm saying? But even then, you can still see that when Europeans come, there's a different thing. There's a different energy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That, and I've heard this many times over. Because I've heard that story so many times. But when I went to Ghana and saw it,
it's different.
It's different.
It's different. You have to see it to understand it. Yeah. But people that haven't gone through it and people that are not on the outs of society, they can't resonate that because it doesn't affect their daily lives. And that's the main reason why I think there's this divide where when you say black community spend, it's like an assault because you really don't realize like your cushy life is not affected. So when you hear people saying, "Oh no, the black community need to come together," it's like, for what? Like you've not been empathetic to other people. Yeah. And you've tried to tell them. Yeah. You've tried to like. I often hear all the time. Nah, you're making up. You're a victim. You're actually telling me that my reality, or what I perceive to be my reality, is bogus. How rich? How rich can that be, bro?
No. Check. Now, deep what he said. Deep what he said, Black Van Man. Hold on. Deep what he said, Black Van Man. Yeah. And put what he said in the context of your empathy. Yeah, for Tommy Robinson supporters, right? Let's check this for now. Yeah. These are people who have a whole movement that is built upon blaming another community, an immigrant community. Listen. Yeah. But Tommy Robinson's argument, yeah, is about immigrants and Islam and the negative impact. And the negative impact that these forces are having on British society. Yeah, right. That's what they're doing. Yeah, and I'm saying that you're dealing right now with a group of black people, a small group of black people, you know. This is not a mass movement, yeah? We're not drawing thousands of people to a march. This is just a small group of black people that are saying, let's do this initiative in our community. Listen, right? Listen. We haven't said, listen. But notice though, our rhetoric, what we're speaking about is we're identifying black businesses and we want black community, yeah, to go and spend money with those black businesses. We haven't built it along a narrative of whether we're getting loans from the banks, the white community oppressing us, or stopping us from earning, or racial violence. We haven't. Listen. Listen what I said. We're not building it upon that narrative. We haven't said anything like that. We haven't spoken about anything to do with institutional racism even. All we've said is there are businesses in the black community and we want the black community to spend money with those businesses. And you have more understanding for white people who we're not talking about, yeah? But we're not talking about white people, yeah? Even though you went to a march, you know, and your audience talk about victim. And your audience, the people in your audience that talk about victims, have a whole narrative that is based upon them being victimized by immigrants and Muslims.
They're a majority in this country, and I was concerned that this country was going.
now you're gonna explain to me, yeah, the thoughts of these people that are complaining about immigrants and Muslims. Huh?
And you're putting it into
does immigration affect you being in this country?
Does immigration affect me?
Does immigration adversely impact the white members of this country as opposed to any other member of this country?
Well, it seems to be a big reason why people are pissed off.
Yeah, I know why they're pissed off. I'm saying, yeah, are they pissed off for a reason, yeah, that it only that's exclusively to them, yeah, or does it affect the whole country?
They don't want so many numbers coming in.
That's not
Have
my
you
point.
ever been to these people?
Do the numbers.
Have you ever been to these people and say to them, why are you complaining about immigrants though? Isn't everybody effing up the country?
No, they're saying that they want.
I'm asking you a question. Have you ever been to these people that complain about immigrants and I said to them, but why are you just complaining about those immigrants over there? Isn't everybody, what about the people in your own community? What about the people in
It's my job to do that. When I go to those demonstrations, it's just to film them and for them to.
But it's your job to come and ask man about why we're not including the rest of everybody else.
Like I said, when I come to Speaker's Corner, it's different from when I go to.
But those people are in Speaker's Corner. So have you been to, what's them people their name?
Yeah,
Danny Tomo, Danny Tomo, Ralph and the boys, yeah, right? Have you been to them and asked them the questions? Why are you complaining about immigrants for? Why don't we complain about everybody messing up the country?
No, but that's
good.
But that's an actual point, though.
Let me know. Invite me when you're going to ask them.
Immigration,
Would you like to speak to him?
Not really, not particularly. If a conversation happens, then fine. No, I'm asking you a question based on my conversation with
You know
you.
what it seems to be though?
I want to hone in
It
on that,
seems
though.
like I'm the vessel, yeah.
The vessel.
For you lot to talk and get all of your questions out.
Yeah, because you come
to
as the
anyone.
mouthpiece for them.
Right, now this is what
You
should
present
do.
yourself
Right,
as
listen to
you
what
present
man,
yourself
you
as
brought them in the
the mouthpiece.
conversation, you know.
I'm gonna do. Listen to what I'm gonna
You
do.
brought them. I didn't. Before you mentioned Tommy Robinson support, I never mentioned them, you know.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Go on.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get an ethno-nationalist, a civic nationalist, hopefully you, and hopefully
Do you know
Raven or
what?
someone.
Bro, we don't want no randomers, though. We want top guns, fam. If you're gonna bring people, we wanna talk to Danny
Because I'm a top
Tomo.
boy, I catch top boys. Where's the top boys? Looking for the top boys in your crew.
Listen, let's have a.
You get me?
Listen, because you
If you're not a top boy, what are you doing? You get me?
go through religion
Get me?
and I always say to you, I'm a layman in these things.
No, I hear you.
So what
Alright, big
I
up
would
Wiley,
like
yeah.
to do-
Cause enough man been dissing the thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got that.
Big up Wiley, yeah. Big up Wiley.
bro.
I'm not gonna dispute that, but I just want to say, yeah, put some respect on Wiley's name, innit? Yeah, big up Wiley.
boy.
He's the Godfather. Yeah,
Nah, but
yeah,
that-
he's the Godfather.
What?
Right, he's the Godfather.
No.
I know you're a Ghanaian. I know you're a Ghanaian. You gotta support. You gotta support the thing, yeah.
No.
Right.
No, it's not even
But
that.
hold on. Big up Stormzy still, you know. But I know, and I'm not down on Stormzy, yeah.
Big up Wiley, bro. I'm
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
listen,
Yeah.
I grew up
know
with Wiley.
exactly where
My
I
sister
am,
used to
Speaker's
show, man, from before, like, so okay,
Yeah.
see me, my time was,
Yeah.
just after Jungle, UKG, going into grime.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I remember Wiley from Pays You Go,
Pays You Go, yeah.
A Major Ace B Live and that. Choice
hear
FM.
me. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Heartless.
Commander
you know?
V, fam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Commander,
yeah,
CK Flash, all
Yeah,
them,
all them, man.
right? And I remember Wiley for the start thing, and then they started making.
We're coming. Sorry, we're coming.
So Wiley, so okay. So
We're coming. We're coming.
Yeah. So Wiley came with the Esky.
Yeah.
And who told you that I made garage?
Yeah.
Fam, More fire was around them times.
Yeah.
Nasty
From
crew was
my
around
ends, from
there.
my ends, yeah.
So for a man to say now, Wiley done it. Now Wiley had his shoot his lane with the Esky beats as well. Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying, I'm not even saying that Wiley won the clash, you know.
Yeah.
What I'm saying
He's a
is,
pioneer. But
right.
I'm saying the
And I'm
Godfather
saying-
thing like
No,
you can get away with it.
No.
Bruv, yeah,
No.
Remember,
You have to. I'm from East London.
He
You
got done that.
have to respect Wiley as the Godfather.
Nah.
There were other pioneers. I'm not disputing
give him
that.
his
Yeah.
respect, but it's a bit washed up now for him to be going for
No!
Because listen,
I don't actually what I'm
I'm not gonna lie. See
Yeah.
this clash. This
Yeah.
clash reminded me of
Yeah.
how he got banned by Dirty Dogs. He
Nah.
got banned by Dirty Dogs and his own beat.
Now you're talking. You see now, when it comes to grime, Dogs, is my favorite MC of all times. When it
Dogs
comes to
is
grime,
bad. Dogs is
right?
bad.
He's a general.
Yeah,
And
he
check
changed
out.
his name, yeah.
By the way, check out. Have you heard his Brexit tune?
Nah.
Dogs' Brexit tune is mad. Yeah, but anyway, but my point is that Wiley's not necessarily my favourite MC.
Yeah.
But what I weren't feeling is when the clash started happening, man, I called him Wiley old and washed up. And put down the mic, and I weren't feeling that.
Nah, because you know Wiley tried to send for man because he was relevant. That's the only reason why Wiley sent for man.
I agree.
He's trying to get his points up.
I agree. To a certain extent. I think he had other intentions. I think that if you, cause look, the Dugs clash, yeah. Wiley sent for Dugs, you know. Wiley sent for Dugs. Wiley sent for Dugs just because he thought it would hurt up the scene.
Okay.
No other reason. He thought Dugs is a hot MC. He's lyrically exquisite. And I reckon this would be a good clash for the scene. Yeah. That's how Wiley thinks. If the scene needs it,
it was good for me. It was good for the scene.
It was good for the scene.
So you think it was a selfless thing?
We'll come on to VVM. No. Let's not get twisted. Yeah.
Civic nationalist.
Yeah.
Possibly an ethno nationalist.
Yeah.
Someone who's not frequent with the park, but someone who's on this thing, innit? Like you know.
Dirty like a baby diaper.
We have a cross-platform team or whatever it is where you can come on.
Yeah.
And have the debate with somebody instead of coming through me all the time.
No, but that's the point though. I'm not debating you about what they're saying. I'm talking to you about your perspective.
Your approach to them.
Right. It's what I'm saying. And versus your approach to us.
So how would you do it?
Because this is what I'm saying. You're dealing with people, you know, that have a whole narrative that is against another community. No, you hear what I'm saying?
They're going to paint their narrative.
You hear what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm talking about them. I'm talking about you. I'm saying you're talking to people that have a narrative that is against another group of people.
Yeah, true.
Our narrative is not against any group of people. Yeah. We're just saying we want black people to support their businesses. Okay. And you've got more questioning for us than you do for them. That's my point. That's my point.
When I go to my demonstrations, I go to both sides and say nothing. Do you understand? So I'll go to the Tommy Robinson supporters, say nothing, then I will go to Antifa.
Bro. I'm talking about in this park. Forget the demonstration for a second, because they're here. Because they're here in this park, innit? I've never seen a video, and somebody correct me if I've missed something. I've never seen a video of black van man interrogating the right wing, civic nationalists, ethno nationalists.
No, let's go further.
I've never seen it.
Let's go. No, BVM. No, let's go further.
Does it exist?
Let's go further. When he's interrogated about the things that they do say in the park, he's like, "Oh, I ain't seen it. I'll go comment later.
I've not seen it, so I want to see that."
And
so the same way,
come back and see the whole context.
The same way you're interrogating man.
Let me bun Ralph now.
You never come back to me with anything.
Bro, I'm saying there was a time, someone questioned about Ralph.
What he said about Somalia.
Someone questioned you about Ralph, about what he says about black people, and you said, he said to you, do you condemn him? And you said, no, I can't condemn him. I got to go and see the team. Since then, when the sun goes down, because listen. Listen, that was going to lead to another lyric, you know. But listen,
we got to come to the conversation. We got to end this one off.
But you didn't come back and say, Raj, you know what? I've looked at that thing and I don't agree. Or you didn't come back to say, Raj, I do agree. It's kind of like I kind of feel like you hoped people would forget it, but that's not the point. The thing is, you're not taking a conscious step.
We first spoke about this months ago, and months later you come back to the same conversation, my G.
No, because we had
on the same thing.
Me and Raven had a clarification of.
But from my understanding, you called out man's name on the channel,
right,
and so Jedi hollered that man to say to come on the thing because you're talking about. This is my point. So I'm saying the same persistence that you shown on this one initiative, from a group of black people. I want to see the same initiative and the same hardline questioning of these men.
When I go into
is it?
Do you know what? Maybe it's because he feels comfortable with us. Maybe it's because you feel comfortable with the
I'm
brothers.
not sure it's
that you can grill us, but you can't grill them. You can't
grill them, man. I'm talking about in the park. You keep saying demonstration. I'm talking about in the park.
My demonstration, when I come to the park, I've been invited into something because black van man. What do you think about this? So I've been drawn into a conversation.
Nah. You question man about this thing, innit? Right, and today,
one bone of contention with what you lot
but
have
I'm saying,
co-unit East Spend.
But I don't. Yeah, that's the point. Here's the problem. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But I know your bone of contention with us, man. I don't know your bone of contention with them, man.
I haven't got no bone of contention with you apart from what you said in the co-unit East Spend.
You have a bone of contention with those.
What's the bone of contention with them, man?
Some of them
are any of their points about? Is any of their points about immigration?
Some of them might be, or they are.
No, some of them might be.
I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home.
Some of them are, obviously. Some of them are. But I don't like to judge a book by its cover, so I don't like to say.
You don't like to judge a white book by its white cover.
No. I don't like to say. Some of them are racist, and I haven't had any evidence of any racism. So I don't like to say that. I understand that you could look at.
But you think a movement based on race, yeah, is bad? It's not based on race.
It's based on patriotism and.
What is patriotism?
Patriotism for a white country.
They're literally
for a white country.
They're literally synonymous terms for nation and race.
Hold on. It's a white country. And they're organising about the fact that it's a white country, but it's not based upon race. It's based upon patriotism.
Can I be a patriot?
Chinese people have patriotism. Do we refer to it as yellow flipping thingy? We need to come away from their patriotism.
What is Chinese? What is Chinese patriotism?
Skin colour.
How does Chinese
it's nothing to do with it being
patriotism?
it's nothing to do with it being a white country. Is that what you're saying? It's nothing to do with it being a white country. Their movement is nothing to do with the country being white and staying white.
They want it to remain
a white country. But it's not about race.
I don't know if it's predominantly. That's what I'm exploring.
Is the country not predominantly white?
That's what I'm exploring.
Wait, you're exploring.
Wait,
you're exploring the context.
He's well versed.
You're exploring.
I got my camera right here, though. You can see how he carries it. I got my camera right here.
Is the country not predominantly white anyway?
Where's Techman? What are we saying?
Anyway, let's get back to Wiley and Dirty Goods, yeah? Let's get back to Wiley and Dirty Goods. Listen, right? Nah. One sec, right, man. We'll come back to you, yeah? My point is this, yeah? I feel like, because, you see, the reason why I was glad when Wiley done the first send, is because I feel like that clash was better on Rhythm than it was on Twitter. Because Wiley's Twitter antics are mad to me.
Okay.
Like, and a lot of other stuff that he said don't make no sense. Some of the things that he says do make sense. Yeah. But I feel like he's never gonna win on Twitter. You get me? Stormzy's generation is just more.
Okay, yeah. I heard that. Carmel was saying, it's like little kids that don't understand.
Right. And I'm saying, for me, Wiley's place is in the music, innit? Right? So I'm saying that's why I thought it was good, yeah. I'm not saying Wiley won the thing,
this round.
but I think he did enough to stop.
I think I won this one
for people to be saying that man's washed up and that, and man needs to put down the mic. I think that's exaggerating.
When I say put down the mic,
that's exaggerating.
Skengman 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Skengman 3 was kind of like he would have been better off without making that track.
Hey, so you didn't remembering all of this music anyway?
I know, it's a music around.
What? I don't check it, man. So listen. So, bro, I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, but I'm flipping.
Yeah.
I know, because Wiley sent for someone, or he was on the Twitter chatting rubbish about someone.
Yeah.
A few months. It might have all been Krypton, Conan, or whatever. But I know, generally speaking, he chats about people that are in the limelight, and I'm not too sure his intention. I'm not too sure his intention is pure like that for the scene. I think it's to make himself relevant. Now, Wiley is the Godfather. He's always been in the scene.
He's always relevant.
You can't take him out of the scene.
He's always
relevant. He's never been pole position. Like
but he will tell you that himself. Look, check his interview on NFTR, not for the radio, yeah, with what am I name again? Posty and
Poet.
Yeah, right? What's it called? What's it called? Posting Viz, yeah? And I'm saying, like, he's not, like, when you ask him, like, who's got the Grand Classics, yeah, man will tell you that this has got the thing, and people bring Kano into it, and he said, no,
with the PP5
right?
too.
Yeah, like, and he'll tell you that there's one bag, fam. If you are, when they asked him who won the clash between him and Goods, he said Goods won the clash.
Oh, Goods, he buried him,
right?
Some boy just get buried.
Buried, right? Buried, like a ball cat boy, yeah? What's it called, right? But they asked him who won the clash between him and Kano, and he said Kano. Wiley knows what his contribution is. His contribution is not a classic album. His contribution, he's never been the hottest artist. They've even had debates about whether when he released the Rolex tune, whether it nearly killed the grime scene, right? But right, no, seriously, yeah, that's the debate, right? But you see, when it comes to the scene, you see from a long time ago, Wiley understood Integral.
Yes, yes.
Right. The difference between Wiley and
Take that away
Moss,
from him,
right?
so.
Wiley understood the
biased and you
sensibility
have an agenda.
of the scene from a long time. Yeah, like you could watch debate, footage from Wiley long time ago talking about how one man don't make a scene.
That's what
The
I'm saying.
sound of grime.
Take the time out
Yeah,
to
like,
comment, subscribe.
That's Wiley, bro. And
I don't even gonna lie, but even the term grime, I don't even like the term grime.
I agree with you.
For
I
me,
agree with you.
It's garage, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's always been
I
garage.
don't know if it's not garage. It's more different for garage. But when people first started calling it grime, I weren't feeling it.
Yeah,
I weren't feeling it. Yeah.
But obviously, for me, them times there, I stopped listening to music, innit?
Yeah,
so a lot of the grime scene is kind of blurry for me.
But yeah.
Wiley.
I'm saying people like Lethal.
Yeah.
British culture though. He's coaching.
From Leighton E10, we got Leighton E10. Lethal Busy on the More Fire crew. Yeah.
Don't you think Wiley?
Bruv, Jammer.
Yeah.
So obviously, Skepta was a DJ back then,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
now
yeah,
the kids
yeah,
them
yeah.
know CJ.
Yeah,
But Skepta never used to speak in front. Escobar, bruv.
Yeah.
Esco. Flipping Rough Squad.
Yeah.
I'm saying these are
the entire boys in the hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sharky Major.
God's gift.
Right? I have to say, first of all, you see Sharky Major.
Major's the
You see Sharky Major. Like we're after
D double and 40
right, you see, but the reason why, because you see Sharky Major, because he was like one of my favorite MCs. Right, is that what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Because Sharky Major was a lyricist. Like his patterns and his flow was complex. Before, when everyone was simple, Sharky Major, fam. Even Kano said it. Man, like, what's it called? Who put metaphors in his gram thing?
Yeah.
Man like Sharky and I did. Yeah, fam. Sharky, because Sharky was before Kano, you know. He was a bad man.
Fam.
People forget Sharky Major. People forget what Sharky Major was about. I want an intelligent girl. Girl that can rock my world.
Excellent monologue there.
But it's deep though.
A female with brains as well as looks. A buff team that likes to read books and cooks. And hates when I mix with the crooks. You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready for them.
Hey, those are the hate it.
You're not ready for them bars.
I'm saying.
Hey, fam.
You man had what's up though? Is it Roxy van your bits there?
Yeah.
Or Troxy or
Troxy.
I'm wrapping up.
You get me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, talking to you.
But yeah, 3 months from East London.
Get a little bit further when I speak to you. A little bit.
Nah, you never convinced me to love Tommy Robinson as a supporter.
It's about knowing what's happening in this country and
we're scratching.
the temperament of the country.
We're scratching away. We're scratching away. We'll soon get there, bro.
I'm not interested. The white people them that are your audience are gonna respect man on my terms. Get me? That's it. They're gonna respect man on my terms. That's it.
COE, don't know, always love. Big up COE engineer, you don't know it's always love.
But yeah, I don't hate on man that say that Stormzy won the clash though.
Nah, yeah.
And Stormzy is who he is. Look, Wiley even said, fam, he's the chosen one. Yeah, why he said that himself? Yeah, he's the chosen one.
But I have to say, but I don't even think Stormzy's that great. But
he's a good artist.
No, he's good. But I'm saying, even when I think of grime artists, obviously he's in pole position now because of his thing. But
Civic nationalist.
can't dance with the Greeks though.
You think Stormzy are
Come debate these guys, see what's going on. Blessings, love.
Wiley has never been the king, man. He's never been the king. Yeah? What's it called?